we've got Mr. B.L. Bagra, who's Chairman and Managing Director at Nalco. He joins us on the phone line from Bhubaneswar. Mr. Bagra, firstly, thanks very much for taking time out to talk to us. To begin with, the State Pollution Control Board has been warning you about a closure of the Odisha plant due to mismanagement of fly ash. Have you received any communication from them?
Yes, this is a regular process of State Pollution Control Board to monitor the ash disposal as per the laws. And we are aware of the situation, and then we have already undertaken several projects on this account. One is about the construction of a new ash pond. Another is the disposal of the fly ash into the mine-ward filling on the completed coal mines nearby. And third one is about the disposal of fly ash into the old abandoned stone quarries nearby. And all these projects are at the various levels of the execution. Only issue in case of the lean slurry project and the construction of new ash pond are that some villagers nearby, they are asking for jobs in Nalco in order to allow the construction. And we are in touch with the state administration, law and order authorities, and who appreciate the situation. And then the progress is slow because of this obstruction, but the projects are going ahead. We have plan in place for the month-wise planning of fly ash disposal, and then there is no crisis. And we are working very closely with the state pollution control authorities.
Mr. Bagra, afternoon. Just to put things into perspective, can you highlight for us which smelter has been shut down in Odisha? Because we heard the 1200 megawatt power plant in Odisha would have to be shut on account of this.
It is not correct. Already we are operating our smelter at 90% capacity, and the 10% capacity was put on hold not because of this fly ash reason. It was put on hold because in September because of less availability of coal at that particular point of time. And now that the coal availability situation has improved very considerably, we have already planned to start the ports again. And we have taken all the measures to restart the ports again immediately within this week itself, and we will reach to the 100% capacity. And so whatever power is required for 100% capacity, including this 10% to be restored within next 1 week, it will come from our captive plant. So that there is no question of closure of either of the power plant or on of the smelter on this account.
All right, and Mr. Bagra, if you could just shift focus to the outlook on aluminium prices, because China is expected to see some sort of a demand decline due to slowdown issues that we're all hearing of. To that extent, where do you believe aluminium prices will go?
Aluminium prices have registered some increase over the last 4 to 5 months from the low level of less than $2,000 per ton to $2,300 per ton also. But then it comes back because of the high pressure of the inventory which is being carried in London Metal Exchange warehouses and the other warehouses. And they have been hovering around between 2,100 to 2,300 over the last 3 to 4 months. And because of these new factors, there is one push from the cost, because the carbon cost and energy costs are going up. So cost push factor is one, and another is the overcapacity and the less of demand in China. So there is a pressure from other side. So considering both the pressures from in favor and against, we believe that the prices will continue to be between the range of 2,100 to 2,300 in the near future of 3 to 4 months.
Sure. So while you're saying that you expect the price to hold within that band, you are somewhere admitting that operating pressures are building in. So if you could just roughly walk us through what the margin picture for the company is.
In case of Nalco, we are even at these levels of the prices, we will be recovering full marginal costs. There will be, and that will leave some contribution to the fixed cost also. So for us, there is not a much problem. The problem will be for the smelters which are less efficient from the cost point of view, and where the variable cost is above these levels. And we are witnessing throughout the world some closure of capacity by various smelters, somewhere 100%, somewhere 10 to 15%. But in our case, because of the cost of the variable inputs, whether it's alumina, power or carbon, everything is we can recover even at these prices. So we will continue to operate at the full cost. But the contribution can improve to the fixed cost only when the prices move beyond 2,200.
Mr. Bagra, just to take it back to the smelter shutdown issues, I know you've clarified that the smelter won't be shut down, but can you just tell us when the ash pond for disposal will be fully ready?
This construction of a new ash pond has started, and it will take 3 to 4 months. But then we have enough capacity in the existing ash ponds 1 and 2 also to accommodate for next 7 to 8 months. Then we have started filling the ash in the abandoned stone quarries, which will take us another 4 to 5 months. And by that time, our lean slurry project, which will take care of next 5 to 6 years, will also be commissioned. Therefore, we have a plan on month-wise, and then we have seen that there is no criticality of facing any kind of closure of the any power unit. Rather, I will take the full power units. If anything happens, then maybe maximum 1 power unit can be reduced, and that will take care of another 1 year. So I don't foresee any critical emergency in case of the operation of the power plant or smelter arising out of the fly ash.
And finally, Mr. Bagra, as the import duty on coal is removed in the budget, what is the cost savings that you may enjoy, and what is the benefit that you will see on your margins from this cheaper coal?
We have been using roughly 10% coal sourced from the imported coal, and this removal of the 5% duty from the imported coal will definitely reduce the cost to that extent. But in the real term, in the relative terms as compared to last year and this year, because the coal prices themselves have registered an increase of almost the same order of 5%. So we feel that to us, the landed cost will remain same. It would have been in the last year. So the benefit of 5% import duty removal will be surrendered to the increase in the import of the coal itself. But if the import duty was not removed, the prices would have been 5% higher, including the duty. So to us, it will neutralize the benefit.